is our time.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are here with Polly and we are cross-country schooling and it is absolutely freezing.
But we're ready. She's about to start jumping, so let's crack on.
That was her first jump. So this is the second time Polly's jumping this one. Obviously, it is so important to wear your body protector when you are cross-country schooling, and Polly's rider has got hers on. It is just underneath her coat because it was such a cold day. So we are cross-country schooling today, which means we want it to be a really confidence-giving experience for both Polly and her rider. So we're just gonna trot around, do loads of shapes around all the different types of fences, just so she can see everything before we just go in and jump.
Good girl, all right.
Nice steady canter. Trying to keep the rhythm the same. 2, 3. Lovely! So we're going to start by going up the step first so she can see it. And it just helps to build their confidence before going down the step. So now she went up lovely, she's going to spin her around and come down.
Trot on, you got it.
And we're doing this in trot just to give Polly the chance to see the step. We don't need to do steps fast. You don't want to be galloping up or down them. Nice and steady. Keeping your eyes up, your shoulders back, and slipping your rein so you don't pull on your pony's mouth. Perfect! So now we're going to pop Polly over this corner, and corner fences are designed to be a bit of a rider frightener fence, and that is because if you come closer you can see that this end here is really narrow and this end here is really, really wide. But you don't want to ride it any differently. You still want to be straight on your approach and straight on your ride away. You don't want to be all the way over here because your pony's going to look at it and be like, no thank you, I'm going to exit this way. But you don't want to be all the way over this end because they're going to also be like, no thank you, run out this way. And you don't want to risk a run out, so you do want to ride it totally straight. But we are going to see how Polly tackles this fence.
No.
Yeah. So she's getting Polly in a lovely balanced canter. You don't want to be going too fast into this. She spotted it.
Good girl. And good. Good girl.
Perfect. And she took off exactly where we wanted her to take off. See, this is a huge version of a corner and you definitely do not want to be jumping this end. Look how wide it is. Emily is going to demonstrate. Yes, and that is exactly where you'd want to jump it.
Okay, so the next fence that Polly is going to pop over is this skinny fence. So a skinny fence like this, accuracy is key. So you want to be keeping her energy between your hands and keeping nice and straight and looking straight ahead. So this is quite skinny. There's not much room. So she's going to have to be really accurate. She wants to be keeping her head up, looking ahead, and a little kick on.
Wait.
Setting up downhill.
Wait. Good girl.
Perfect.
Good girl.
What a good girl. Are you loving it?
We both are.
Yay.
Good girl.
So next, Polly is going to have a go at this house here. She is totally chilled out now. Little pro.
Go down.
So we want to get a lovely big run up, just to get the rhythm of the canter going. She spotted it.
Good girl. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Oh.
So next we're going to warm Polly up over this ditch here. And ditches can be quite spooky and some ponies can be quite ditchy because they look down and they see a massive gap in the floor and they just don't understand it. So you want to give your pony time to process what's in front of them, so you don't want to come at these with speed again. So trotting in is perfect, and Polly's going to have a little look and pop over it perfectly.
Good girl.
So now Polly is totally warmed up. We are going to have a go at going around the BE course that they have flagged here. Really exciting. So when you're at an event, you're going to start your round in what is called a start box here. So you'd enter the start box at the back here through that gap, and what you'll do when you get counted down, once they go to 0, you can start your round. And basically what happens is it leads you to your first fence. Your first fence is there. And what is actually a really cool rule that not a lot of people know about is that when they're counting you down, you are actually allowed to walk around, and you're also allowed to walk up to your first fence here. There is normally about a 2-minute interval in between riders, and you'd probably get about a minute's worth of being counted down. So you've got that whole minute. 60 seconds is a long time whilst you're on a pony that is raring to go, to basically walk around, walk up to your first fence if you really want to. Some people like to walk around behind and then they come through, pick up canter and go straight away. Some people like to wait. Really just depends on your pony. So we're going to see how Polly gets on in the start box and what works for her here. So what we're actually going to do here is walk Polly through the gap, but nothing's going to happen. So we're going to walk her through and then we're going to just walk her out again, and we're going to keep it really chilled. Just so she knows that the start box isn't scary, because these trees, they could be really scary, or you don't want her bouncing around because she's really, really excited. We just want her to be really relaxed. So Polly has walked in through the gap and walked out again. So now we're just gonna halt her just so she has time to basically just take it all in, give her a pat, tell her everything is fine in the start box, and as you can see, she doesn't care. So that's a really good sign, and it means that we can get going with our course. So fence 1 is this really lovely log, and fence 1 is normally a really nice inviting fence because you want your horse or pony to start the round really confident. So we're going to come from the start box and head to fence 1, and then we're going to go around the whole course. So this is just training, so making it a really good experience for Polly. So giving her a halt, walk, a trot, and then a nice canter out. And she's already spotted fence 1, look at those ears.
Good
Well, hey, off she goes.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, destined by the motion, loving this devotion.
Our schooling session complete. Polly was awesome.
She was foot perfect.
She really enjoyed herself.